TIFU by reacting with eeww to my friend sharing that she had scabies. I missed a call from one of my best friends, who I've been really missing lately as I haven't seen her in a while. I called back about half an hour later thinking it was maybe her wanting to catch up. After a "Hi, how are you?" she told me that she had scabies. I, without even thinking, let out a low-key "ew." Immediately felt my stomach sink, knowing that was not an appropriate reaction. I apologized straight away, but the damage was understandably done. We talked for a minute or two about what the treatment is. And then she was like, "Yeah, I am gonna go now," and just hung up. I sent a follow-up text a minute later, apologizing again and saying while it took me by surprise that there was no excuse for my reaction. She responded saying she's really hurt and expected better from someone supposed to be one of her best friends. I've followed up asking if there's anything I can do to help the situation. I'll leave it that for now, as I imagine she probably doesn't want to speak to me. I feel sick. I had been feeling a bit hurt prior by the length of time we hadn't seen each other, but that's now moot. TLDR. Friend phoned to tell me she had scabies. I spur of the moment reacted badly. Friend is understandably hurt. I got scabies once, and let me tell you, ew is correct. I guess I am just happy I got that plague before I entered puberty, lol. I don't see the disgust, just the misery. I got it 3 times and it was hell. Every time I was active it was hell. Come in from playing was followed by a hell of a burning itch. And the body shampoo you're prescribed is like acid. NTA. IDK why she even brought it up. Scabies are skin-burrowing mites. They are contagious. Ew is the correct reaction. I had a friend that told me that she had worms crawling out of her asshole, and I also said, ew. And then some. And she was very understanding, because what else could I actually say to that? I was glad that she told me so I could take precautions, but it's very much ew. I get that she feels uncomfortable, but it's not a slight towards her as a person in any way. I think your friend should be more understanding. Scabies are pretty gross, and it is natural to be repulsed by contagious parasites. Look, your response wasn't illogical, and when taken by surprise people can say an abundance of things. I think among other things, she must be feeling insecure about getting this illness that's less than elegant. She probably also feels that it's very ew, and hearing it come from you made her feel like that even more. Give her some time and let her heal, both physically and mentally. When you manage to see her face to face after this is over, it'll be easier to make amends. Just to add, scabies is sadly very common in certain areas of the world, and even seeing pictures can turn your stomach, not to mention meeting it firsthand. It isn't unlike how people would respond to black pox. It's infectious and scary. This is without mentioning how difficult it is to look at. You aren't a bad person for your response, but you do lack a bit of tact. That's very fixable. To be fair, scabies are ew. No one thinks they're enjoyable. Are cute. I'm sure she'll forgive you soon. Once those scabies clear up, give her a hug. After you saying ew, I would have said, I know, right? If you can't be yourself with your friends, then you need other friends. Any bugs on your body is an ew moment. The other comments have no human empathy. It seems lol you were insensitive in your impulsive response about something your friend is probably already embarrassed about. No arguing there. Just keep being supportive, and I'm sure she'll be fine over time. I'm sure she's embarrassed about having them, but ew seems like a pretty low-key reaction. Maybe the way I talk is just different from yours, but I would have said ew in a sympathetic way. Like, Ooh, being sick is gross. That sucks. Because being sick feels gross and unpleasant. Ew, that's awful for you would have probably worked a little better. But how are we able to catch all of the wrong things we say before we say them? https encryptedbin0.gstatic.com/images q equals tbn and 9GCSQWSCGXBHICNXDCOI-Q4DPKZIOA7VKZSVEWRTXW2JW and S. I got scabies once. Unpleasant and gross for sure. But I wasn't upset when people found it gross. It's not like I made the personal decision to get them. Wow, I'm so sorry. Your reaction was pretty understandable. Even though that was not what she needed in the moment. Maybe you can make it up to her by sending a care package? Like foods she likes or creams for her skin that she can use to calm it down and relieve the itchiness. Also, the fact that you realized instantly that your reaction was hurtful just shows that you're a good person. Could you mail her a little care package or flowers? I had scabies once too. Everyone I know gets grossed out when I tell them. Even I am grossed out by remembering I had it. Ew is an appropriate reaction. I don't think there was much reason for her to be offended.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.